Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, meal times, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame LZ in the building.
What's going on with your family?
It's a wonderful Monday.
Man,
it was a low down weekend. You can tell in my voice. That weather got to me, but I'm recovering, people.
Speaking of weekends, man, I had work. So, blessed and wasn't in to give the update on the 21st annual Daddy-Daughter Dance, which, again, I'm blessed to be a part of all 21 years. It was a beautiful, beautiful turnout. 1,100 fathers and daughters attended, so we bumped it up to 1,100 people this year. Normally we cap it at 1,000, but and then there's talk of, and maybe I ain't supposed to say it, but there's talk of that we may be able to bump it up to maybe 1,200 or more next year.
For next year? That's dope.
So it was a great thing. It was great to see our Milwaukee County exec, David Crowley, and his daughters, and of course Mayor Cavalier Johnson and his daughters, as well as the chief, Jeffrey Norman, and his daughter. So it was a great situation. Everybody that came out, it was an awesome time. Those of you, I'm sure you should have been inundated as usual, because the timelines were flooded with the fathers, with their daughters, and just the going above and beyond, making sure that they looked like they were going to an elegant situation.
Sounds like
so. Yeah. So it was a excellent situation, and shout out to D-Rock, who helped host, as well as me being a DJ and a host. And the fathers have lost the daddy-daughter dance-off again. So the daughters are 21 to 0.
Generals.
Yeah, so 21 to 0. So the winners are our daughters. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. The fellas tried. They tried. But I did throw them. I gave the daughters a little warm-up song, and then I gave the fathers a warm-up song. Now, some people may say that it was a little unfair because I gave the father. Guess what song I gave the fathers to
What
warm
song
up?
did you get it from?
ZZ Hill, Down Home Blues.
That's it.
But then I turned around and gave children's stories. So you know what I'm saying? So, but I just started about. They was like, really? But some were dancing like, yeah. So
ZZ Hill get down,
man.
But I don't know if they get down like
right.
that.
Absolutely. So it was a nice,
situation.
hilarious moment. But again, it was excellent. So shout out to MKE Rec that does an outstanding job, the Milwaukee Fatherhood Coalition, and all of the sponsors. Shout out to the Office of Early Childhood Initiative, Mighty Small Moments. They were all over the place. And, of course, Dr. Clarissa Lawrence with community healthcare and primary care. So, so all of the sponsors and everybody that made it an awesome event. And shout out to the Baird Center for, allowing us to be there. This is the second year that we were there. And, yes, looks like that's a new marriage for the annual Daddy-Daughter Dance here in Milwaukee.
That is dope.
And, of course, on Saturday, I had to do stuff on Friday. But on Saturday, I had 3 events that I had to do, 3 4-hour events that I had to do. First thing was the Behind the Gun Summit. Shout out to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel very own Brother James Causey, and, of course, John Dietrich, and, of course, Greg Borowski. So, again, it was an excellent event. It was a panel, and it was different from some of the other kind of panels that people talk about when we're talking about guns and gun safety and the violence that's going on. So, shout out to, of course, myself. Shout out to Michelle Bryant. That's my girl. Shout out to Eddie Silas from Prolific Arms, and, of course, Pastor Kevin Simmons, who was shot. I mean, he by all circumstances, you would think that he wouldn't be here, by 2 14-year-olds. He drives Uber, part-time, and he had picked them up and took them to where they said they were going. They put a gun to his head and said, "Give us your keys," and, try to, carjack, and they shot him in the head and then proceeded to shoot him 4 or 5 more times. And he survived. And so, to hear that and to hear about, people who legitimately are gun owners and, talking about the gun safety and the things that you would do or we would do and all of that, and CCW and open carry. So it was a very, very great conversation, and to the turnout of people and all the organizations that came as well. It was a great event. We're already talking about this has to happen again. The people who attended said this has to happen again. So it was a great, great look. Then I had to go and take care of a couple of birthday parties. So went over and so Terry, happy birthday again. She enjoyed herself and all of her guests. Shout out to Nicole Gross, who was the curator for that, and she's an event planner as well. And then I had to go take care of Cheryl, who ended up having a birthday celebration, and it was a sports apparel theme. So she enjoyed herself. They was all singing, dancing, and having a great time. So here I am, 12, 13 hours later, like, okay, now I can try to rest. So, but it was a great time.
That's
it was
dope.
a great time. It was a great time.
An eventful weekend.
Yeah, and week. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good, man. It was all good. I love what I do, and it shows.
That's dope.
What about yourself, bro? Besides getting your voice black.
Yeah, I spent the house in the weekend.
Spent the house in the weekend. Okay.
Spent the weekend in the house.
Okay.
And I tried to get my brakes fixed, but they wanted $1,200 just for the back brake. Oh, man, you want what?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes them dealerships be getting over.
Yes, they do.
And I had to tell them, I was like, hey, man, put mine back on. Put my stuff back. Put my stuff back on. Let me go find somebody. Not that I'm cheap, y'all, but it's just like, come on, man. Mm-hmm. That's just ridiculous. You know, the calibers and the rotors, and it's all at once. Come on, man.
Right.
We don't need that.
Right.
Put me some shoes on there. Let's go. Let's make this happen. It's just squeaking a little bit. It ain't like it's about.
Put some house shoes on it.
Right. It ain't like the wheels about to fall off. Come on, man.
But when they bring it to you, they make it seem like as soon as you pull out, you're going to kill everybody in the car.
Yeah. Well,
come on, man.
Get out of here with that. And you know, because I changed the front. And I'm just thinking, okay, let me just, the back is a little bit, let me take it in and get it, you know, get it looked at. No. They talking about 1,200. He come back and whisper 1,200 to me. I said, well, tell him put my stuff back on. He says, we whispering. Tell him put my wheels back. And that mechanic was upset.
Right.
Because he thought he was going to make his whole week off of me right then.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir.
Right.
Not me.
Be like, what we not going to do?
What we not going to do is overcharge me in 2026.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why dealerships get a bad name. You know, some things you got to go to the dealership to get, and you got to get them done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I understand that. But, you know, brakes and stuff, come on, man. Y'all know I can go someplace else and get it cheaper than this. Why are you whacking me like this? This is crazy.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. Whacking.
Yeah.
So
might as well just take me and, you know, do me like Joe Pesci, walk me in an empty house.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're trying to do to me. Come on, man. So, but anyway, mostly I just spent the weekend.
You're in the house.
Spent the weekend in the house. I wasn't feeling. You can kind of tell in my voice.
Mm-hmm. So
I stayed away from the youth, and then they canceled on me. 2 of them canceled on me on Saturday anyway. So it just made it easier.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, God was just like, because I probably would have worked anyway. Mm-hmm. But God was just like, hey man, sit down. Mm-hmm. So I sat down all weekend and stayed at home, played with Issa, and that was it. You know, that was my weekend.
Yeah,
nothing. It's not like yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't even do the youth. I was chilling. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my car was, the brakes was making the noise, so I was like, well, I'm just going to chill anyway. So it was a bunch of reasons. Guy was like, okay, you ain't going to listen to this. You going to listen to this? I'm going to make you sit down. There you go. So I finally got the message and sat myself down.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and it's for the betterment of yourself, even at the time. If you don't think about it, you're like, man, I can still do this. I can take care of that. Sometimes you just got to listen and be like, you know what? Yeah, it's time to chill. It's time to chill. Great morning to everybody on our YouTube page. Remember, while you're there, hit that like and subscribe. Willie Jones, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Anita Nicole, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. She said, you was wrong for that song, Homer, Down Home Blues. I had to do it. Ronald Watts, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Sister Lorena Star Marie, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Isaac Owen, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning. Some of the things that we're going to get into during the first hour, the charges for Demetrius Riley, who is charged with the murder, first-degree intentional homicide for the murder of Sharita Barber. Those who are not familiar with the situation, she was the 47-year-old woman who was killed outside the Landmark Credit Union Live on Vale R. Phillips and State Street. And there were 2 people that actually shot her.
Yeah.
The girlfriend of Demetrius Riley, whose initials are ASP, and, of course, Demetrius Riley. And so when we get into it, you know, some people are wondering, like, well, if it was 2 people.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Was that like running? Did you run the music on them?
It's Monday.
Yeah, okay. We'll be black, and I'll finish updating you.
I feel you will.
Yeah. All right, we'll be black.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins home.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with 2. It's buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land a perfect 2-piece set, now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. 2nd floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Will, great morning. How you doing and feeling this morning?
Doing good. Coming off that great weather yesterday. Beautiful outside.
Well, it's supposed to get up to about 70 today, and then 47 tomorrow with severe thunderstorms. So, perfect get sick weather.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. Get sick with it. Get sick with it.
Okay, that was different.
That was an echo on me.
Yeah.
We get all types of stuff happening this morning.
Hey, it's my... So, okay. But we are getting ready to talk about a situation again that took place here in Milwaukee, downtown, where there was a 47-year-old woman who was at the Boss Man D-Lo concert at the Landmark Credit Union Live, as well as the people that, well, the person that's charged, him and his girl, were also at the Boss Man D-Lo concert.
Yeah.
And when leaving, there was a situation to where there was a fender bender. Now, initially, people were saying it, and it was being presented as if Demetrius Riley and his girlfriend were the ones that hit Sharita Barber's car. She's the 47-year-old woman that was killed. And then to find out that wasn't it. And see, that's why I always tell people, I like receipts. I like to be able to get the receipts. So, from hearing everybody with their different sides of the story and watching videos that are showing you some real story, and then it's the actual receipt. So I ended up getting the criminal complaint last week when they were charged, as well as the person that was charged with the Mount Sinai Aurora, Mount Sinai shooting, where now the person has officially, they took him off life support on Saturday. So Christopher, he's he's deceased now. So, from that situation to this shooting, the homicide that ended up taking place. So there were reports, like I say, initially saying that he hit her car, and then this is when all of the chaos started. But to find out that they were both parked illegally, like a bunch of other cars were parked illegally. They shouldn't have been parked there, period. But it was tight. It was real tight. So when she proceeded to try to black up to get out of the parking space, she ended up bumping Demetrius Riley's vehicle. So then she ended up, getting out, and she was angry, and he was saying, you hit my car, and then from there, somewhere in between that anger situation, her rear window in her 2019 Jaguar was busted out. So it was obviously because of the anger and the altercation. And she was saying, like, look, ain't no damage. Ain't even no damage to your car. Ain't no damage to your car. And you busted my window. You busted my window. You busted my window. So with all of that going on, then she ended up going and retrieving a Scorpion Stinger 22. It looked much more menacing because it looked like a little baby Uzi.
It looked like something from Miami Vice.
Yeah.
He was watching it on the video when she pulled it out. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. So and that changed the whole narrative of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, to argue is one thing, but then when you put weapons, you get weapons involved over some conversation, that's when you change the whole narrative, because now you got a bunch of people out there, because it was let out. You get what I'm saying? Right. It was let out from the event that took place. And not to mention that there were several other events that were going on downtown. So it was like just about all of the venues in that area had something going on.
The Deer District.
Yeah, because it was things at Turner Hall and all of this kind of stuff that were going on, because even the nurse was obviously at an event that was at Turner Hall that ended up coming over to give CPR on Sharita Barber. So then the argument, ensued, and then she ended up pulling out the weapon, which again changed the whole game.
Yeah.
And the man got out, Demetrius Riley, as we know now, he got out, his girlfriend got out, her initials are ASP in the criminal complaint, because she is not charged. And I will kind of explain how we got there with that as well. So then when that ended up happening and that event ended up taking place, and there were other people out there terrified, because she wasn't just holding this gun down to the ground. You see a scene where she does have it down on her side and pointed to the ground, but then she raises it. You know what I'm saying? And actually points.
She pulled it out at all.
Yeah,
and it don't matter if it's pointed. I understand the legal.
Yeah,
if
but
it's
then
pointed to the ground, it's legal. But still, you want to get the gun.
She pointed it at Demetrius Riley, and as well as holding it where other people, just regular people, just were out there in the vicinity.
Like you said, it's a crowded area.
Yeah.
This strap, and now.
Yeah, so then
you've raised the level of whatever this is.
Absolutely. And as you hear her in the video saying, the man saying, look, I'll pay for your window. She was like, I don't want you to pay for my window. You can't afford this. I want your life. You know what I'm saying? I want your life.
Yeah,
that's a direct threat.
Talking reckless.
That is imminent. That is putting somebody in imminent danger if you have your gun drawn. And then you tell them, I don't want your money. I don't want you to pay for nothing. I want your life. That is a direct threat. The girlfriend, ASP initials in the criminal complaint, ended up firing the first 2 shots. One shot obviously missed, but one hit her in the forehead. And after she was hit, she immediately fell. And if you see some of the videos that's out there, you'll see her fall backwards. But it says that she clearly, from all of the high definition camera footage, from the footage that people were shooting on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, she was laying there motionless. So she's down. She is no longer a threat, even though she had her weapon. She is no longer a threat. She's down on the ground, and Demetrius Riley is accused of getting out of the car after his girlfriend, who was on the other side, ended up shooting, reached in and grabbed a weapon that was in their vehicle and ended up shooting her. He then gets out, walks over her body, stands over her body, and shoots her 4 to 5 more times. And then gets in his vehicle, blacks up again because it's a tight space, then pulls out, runs over her body, and they leave.
Yeah.
He's charged with first-degree intentional homicide. She's not charged with anything. For her, the reason why, because people are like, oh, they both should be charged in if they both shot. No, she pointed a weapon, and for ASP, the girlfriend, it was actually self-defense.
Yeah, it was self-defense. And when we were talking about it last week, when Bailey and I was talking about it last week, it was a lot of missing pieces, missing parts that I said then could determine which way this would go. And with that stuff being released now, you're hearing that that was right, that there was a lot that was still left that the public didn't know. And one of the things we didn't know was that there was somebody in the car that let off shots, and then we also didn't know, because I was saying, well, if she upped the gun and he shot back, that's self-defense. Well, it was self-defense for her,
right?
For
his girlfriend,
that was in the car. But then you add in the terrible things that he does after she's on the ground.
Correct.
You unshot her 4 more times. Now you're being excessive. And at that point, it's no longer self-defense. It's like, now you're doing whatever. She could still be alive. She could still be getting some type of medical attention or something. And instead, you're making sure that she's dead.
Right.
And you're shooting her, and then you're running her.
Then you run over her body.
Run her over, which is so disrespectful at that point.
Man. Overkill.
That's overkill. You've already neutralized the situation.
Absolutely.
And your girlfriend has already defended you and put you in this position where you could leave now and not be charged with anything.
That's right.
But his emotional state, her emotional state at that point, talking about I want your life, watching too many TV shows, watching too many baddie shows, watching too much of the ignorance that we often speak of, and repeating that, talking about I want your life. That's just an ignorant statement, because now you've opened yourself up to this person shooting you because you threatened them.
Yep.
With a gun in your hand. That's not something that some people take lightly.
Absolutely not, as you shouldn't.
And I've always been told, like my pops always told me, if you got a gun and you pull it out, you better be ready to use it.
Absolutely.
So you better be in a position where your life is, where you're defending your life or something like that. If not, walk away.
That's right.
It's a car accident.
That's right.
He bust your window, cool. You let the police handle it.
That's right.
You need to get away from that situation, but instead you're gonna sit there and
5 seconds can change your whole life for the rest of your life.
You're gonna sit there and argue with him and do whatever, and then he's like, well, okay, she up the strap, let me calm down. I done bust her window, but let me calm down. And he's like, I'll take care of it. I shouldn't have did that.
Right.
I was upset. I'll take care of your window. Then he could have bet. Give you your information. You can't afford. Come on. And then now we got
say, I want your life.
I want your life. Now
forget your money. Forget what you trying to bring this situation down. You trying to quell the situation. No, I don't want to hear none of that. That's exactly what her statements and to her family and friends. I understand the high emotion, and people would be like, "Nah, but they still." She was wrong. And
you have to recognize.
You have to come to grips with. Unfortunately. There was a lot of mistakes that she made that turned this situation deadly.
Yeah, my condolences to that family.
Absolutely.
If you're being honest with yourself, you have to understand that she was wrong. She elevated that situation to that point. Now, if she upped the strap and say, look, you done broke my window, back up. But she said, broke my window. Now I want your life.
I want your life. And this is clearly heard on video and film.
We all heard it.
Yeah. So
that raises the level of the intensity of that moment that it doesn't need to be raised to.
That's right.
And again, it goes to us having, and we talked about this last week, some type of emotional regulation of ourselves. De-escalation of ourselves. And even if the man he escalated it to when he broke the window, she took it to the next level. He tried to say, "I pay for it, whatever." She said, "No, I want your life." Girlfriend pops her twice. That should be the end of it.
Real talk. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. We'll come back and try to get to your comments or your responses to this situation. We'll be back.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity and they ignore how hard the black person had to work and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 101.7 The Truth.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. And just for those of you, since we're coming back, we do have the actual video clip for this. And so we're going to have Will play that video clip. And then, Ray, we see you waiting. We'll get to you and get your truth on this situation.
A man who prosecutors say shot and killed a woman after a fender bender in downtown Milwaukee. Demetrius Riley is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Investigators say he shot and killed Sharita Barber before running her over on Saturday. 12 News' TJ Dysart is live at Bell R. Phillips in State. TJ, prosecutors say this all happened after Riley and his girlfriend confronted Barber for backing into their car.
Yeah, this is where that deadly confrontation all started. Investigators say Barber, the woman who died, was the first to pull a gun, but never fired. Prosecutors say 2 others did, and tonight only 1 is charged with homicide. What started as a fender bender ended in tragedy last Saturday night.
I heard a couple of sound like probably a 9mm pop.
According to a criminal complaint, 47-year-old Sharita Barber was parked just outside the new Deer District concert hall when she backed up her red Jaguar and bumped another car. Inside that other car is 26-year-old Demetrius Riley and his girlfriend. Both got out to confront Barber, leading to an argument. The complaint says Riley punches out the back window of Barber's Jaguar. Then Barber pulls out a gun with an extended magazine, points it at Riley and his girlfriend, and says, quote, "You can't pay for that. I want your life."
The suspect put his hands up and was like, "I'll pay to get it fixed."
Investigators say that's when Riley's girlfriend grabs a different gun and shoots Barber. With Barber motionless on the ground, prosecutors say it's Riley who then took the gun from his girlfriend and shot Barber at least 4 more times. The complaint says Riley then gets in his vehicle and flees the scene, running over Barber in the process.
About 2 minutes later is when all the police present came, and there was at least 15 police vehicles over there.
Prosecutors say Riley turned himself into police 2 days later. In an interview with detectives, Riley said he shot Barber because he thought she had people coming and saw her begin reaching for her gun. Then he got concerned for his safety and decided to drive off, telling police the victim was laying in his way, so he drove over her. As for Riley's girlfriend, the complaint says the state will not be issuing charges because of the circumstances above.
A shocking story, TJ. Barber's family is responding tonight.
Yeah, they declined an interview with us tonight, instead releasing a statement saying Barber was, quote, "loved by many, and we, the family, would like everyone to put the guns down and pray, as we are only hurting each other."
Certainly words to live by. Thank you, TJ.
Yeah, so Ray, thank you for holding. You hear what we're talking about this tragic situation. What's your truth?
Hey, Homer Blow. Hey, man. Woo, I'm just the same. Me and you, we were around the same age, man. I moved out. I'm in Racine, man. That's just terrible. I mean, I was just down there, too, a couple of weeks ago. Me and my friend, and they dude pulled a crowbar out of his car trying to chase us down, and we ran off. And then he pulled right back up on us and then talking about, hey, wrong person. So I'm like, I don't know. Homer, I don't know what's going on. You know, I prayed that we never had guns. You know, because I grew up in, me and you grew up. I prayed that sometimes I cry about this. This is a sad world that I don't care about. It's a sad world we living in because everybody got guns and knives out here. I see why we on drugs. I see why we drinking. It's just sad. You know, maybe that situation, they could have bumped each other and then got out and just said, hey, pull off and just let it go, let it be. But we so enticed. Everybody out here, man. Everybody, like in racing, they shoot up at funerals. It's just, it hurts me, man. You know, we old, and I seen y'all on TV with the guns. I just don't understand people. It's scary. You can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere. And I understand people want to protect stuff. You know, we got people that don't believe in God. Is okay, I'm going to take my stuff. I work 99 hours a day, and it's so much that, it's so much racism, prejudice. I just don't understand, Homer. It just scares you that you want to go out and have fun. It's like, God, what's about life? People just want to take your life for nothing, Homer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. We pray about it, Homer. And I told you, I think I was on the radio. I told you a long time. It's not enough. Even a lot of places, especially down in Milwaukee, you used to know, there's not nowhere for the young folks to go and doesn't know. There's not nowhere for them to go. No skating rings, nowhere to go. And when they go to these little clubs downtown, like I said, everybody have guns, and I'd be scared to just to walk up on anybody. I don't care if they just to talk to them because I'm gonna shoot you. Oh wow, no, really? I don't think God, like, you know, the good Lord made us in this world just to kill people because they want. Then now, and you know, homie, now you're gonna sit in life. Sit in jail for the rest of your life, and you know you're gonna have to deal with it. You know, if you believe in God, it's just sad. So I don't know. I just pray that this world with Trump, I just pray we come together and just. I wish we go back to the old school. We just beat each other up. And then we just lump, get a really lumps and go on about our business. But we ain't on that as a new generation. But I don't know, Homer. What you think?
All right. Thank you for your call, Ray, first and foremost. Dane, what's your thoughts on his comments?
I hear you. But in this situation, this was, it was a 47-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. It was, I assume he was an older man, an adult.
26 years old.
An adult person. And so in this situation, we got a 47-year-old, our generation. Mm-hmm. And you would hope that she would de-escalate
absolutely
this situation and not, lower herself to the degree that she did. You know what I'm saying? If she can afford a Jaguar, she got her business together, she's doing whatever she needs to do, that she would have the emotional regulation to be able to say, hey, I'm going to de-escalate this. It's just a fender bender. Mm-hmm. It's just over some material items. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then he mentioned in his call about places for the youth to go and this, that, and the other. Well, what's being lost in this is that this was at the Landmark Credit Union. This was their first show.
Second
Yep. Show. It was the first week.
Grand opening weekend. On that Friday, they had Rainbow Kittens, a sold-out show, 4,500 capacity, sold-out Rainbow Kittens. And then on Saturday, it was Boss Man D-Lo and a lot of Milwaukee hip-hop artists, 414 Big Frank and, a lot of other Milwaukee artists.
Rainbow Kittens, though?
Alternative, yeah.
But that's regardless. But what I'm saying is...
Yeah, I got you.
What I'm saying is this is their second show.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know, living in Milwaukee, we understand how it goes. You had somebody get killed that left your establishment, that's pretty much, it's a wrap for you. If you are a black club owner or a black event space or something that caters to black people. Now, maybe this live, what's the name of the place again?
Landmark Credit Union
Credit Union Live say, we're just not going to do those types of acts anymore. And then they'll let them go, right? Mm-hmm. But if they was, I just want to see. I want to see what happens with the license committee. I want to see what happens with the city of Milwaukee because it's been quiet. But if this was at Brownstone and if this was at any other establishment that caters to black people, it would be much different. And somebody, we talked about, and I'll let you discuss it more, but. Where young Twan got killed, at the Ladybug. Mm-hmm. It's not the Ladybug.
Element.
The Element Club.
Mm-hmm.
That was put on them. Even though it happened outside the club and those people had never been in the club, they put it on, you just did this and you were reckless and this, that, and the other. So is the same criteria going to be held for Credit Mart? We'll see.
Yeah. Probably answer that in advance.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I'm about being fair and balanced. Be fair and balanced. For the longest, and for those people who were just to kind of really show you that it's not a reach or a stretch when talking about some of these situations, all you saw in the background of the reporter that was on the scene was the sign. And the actual new venue that opened up. You saw it. It said it. And they kept mentioning Vail R. Phillips and State Street, but never mentioning that venue where...
You mentioned it one time. In the report, just one time.
Yeah, in this one. Yeah, but I'm saying all leading up to it, people just would have thought that somebody got killed downtown and not be able to have an association of it. So with me, I'm like, at any, as you were saying, and we were, kind of talking about it before, that if this had happened and the person was a block and a half away from the black-owned and operated venue or environment that caters to urban clientele, it would have showed the venue first and then went black to showing where it happened, and it was like the person was at this venue.
It would have been different.
At this club or wherever.
They would have zoomed in on the
That's where
sign
they would have done the live shots. Would have been in front of that establishment, but that did not happen in this situation, and I wonder why.
Well, the history of the landmark is it's an establishment that was proposed and supported by the city of Milwaukee because it had to get some changes and stuff to zoning and whatever. It had to go through some loopholes. It had to go through some hurdles, rather.
Right, absolutely.
To get to the point where it could get built and be open. So it was supported by the city of Milwaukee. So you got the city of Milwaukee supporting stuff, the Bucks supporting stuff because of the fire serve and all of this other stuff. There you have it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So I don't think there's gonna be. This probably won't even be on their license.
It won't.
If you go to
I don't think so.
Go to their license, because it's the same with Summerfest. Stuff happens all the time down at Summerfest. Oh, their list of things that occurred, and the police calls, and the litany of stuff, you never hear about it on licensing because they don't connect it to their license. But you have a black establishment, something can happen 3 blocks away, and they're going to say, oh, they left there.
Yeah, and they'll show the little video clips that they, it wasn't until like later that they were able to say that it showed her inside at the Boss Man D-Lo concert because she had several videos on her page where she went live at that concert.
If she wouldn't have had that video and nobody would have verified that she was there, they would have said she may have been just anywhere, and you can't just put that
because there was a lot of events going on
downtown.
A lot of
events going on.
But she was.
Well, no, she had video that showed her there, and
so was the person who was accused of her homicide.
So everybody involved was at this establishment.
Yep.
So let's see if they hold, and that's this is all after the thought, after somebody's lost their life, after somebody's going to go to prison. The trauma that's going to be put on this woman because she killed somebody, that's not something you just walk away from.
That's right.
That's all there. But on the backside of it, on the political backside of it is, what's going to happen? Is this going to when they come up for their license next year, will this even be on there? Will it even be discussed? That is the problem I always had with licensing, was that black establishments were held to a certain criteria, whereas white establishments were never held to that same criteria. They were always let go on certain things, but if you black, you better be perfect. And if you're not very perfect, you better have a great lawyer, because you're gonna have to fight this stuff. We'll see if they have to fight this stuff.
Yeah, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
We'll be black.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elzy.
Of course, Will holding us down. But yeah, man, that situation, man. I'm sure he'll be, convicted for what he's did. Yeah. And hopefully it'll also be a teaching lesson to, because a lot of people get it twisted on what self-defense is. And, we hear a lot of people, I hear a lot of people talking about, well, we ain't got to stand your ground and all of that. But self-defense is self-defense.
Self-defense is self-defense.
You feel what I'm saying? So, but, it should be a wake-up call. And it should also be a wake-up call for those people who have weapons, whether legally or illegally, and you let your temper get the best of you.
Control yourself.
You know what I mean? Because this is what it could look like in the end.
Shout out to Kimberly Harris, 9177 on the YouTube line. It's cracking over here. Said, unfortunate, but I agree, Dame. Too many reality TV shows, baddies, etc. Now your life is gone because you want to act hard. They both were wrong. What was old boy thinking? Was he trying to save face? Yeah, your girl done, I don't know what it was, but shout out to Willie Jones, Dr. Clarissa, Anita Nicole, Ronald Watts, Venus Jones, Isaac Cohen, everybody that's Aaron Kawanda. You was late this morning, but we see you. Alfonso Dupree, everybody that's been on the YouTube line, Guilty by Association, and they all chiming in. That's Guilty by Association says that's why we got to stop whoopings and teach patience and communication. America is so privileged, it's disrespectful and ungrateful. Will D9 just tapped in. Good morning. It's unfortunate that people nowadays rather use guns and hands when defending themselves. I think he meant to say instead of hands when defending themselves, or he could have just said hands. But he's absolutely right. And I think we blame the youth a lot for what they do and the actions that they show. But
I talk about Toys R Us adults too. Yeah, you know what I mean?
This is a 47-year-old woman that decided to say, I wanted your life. And so in that moment, and she's obviously able to take care of her business. She's riding a Jaguar. She must got something. She take care of her business. She's able to
she's a social worker.
Control her. She's a social worker. So she's able to control herself enough to be a social worker and teach other people how to control themselves and teach other people how to manage their lives. But in this situation, she lost it. And maybe she had been drinking. Maybe it was whatever the case may be. But it's just sad. That's just sad. That just makes it even more sad.
And that's it. That's it. I mean, that's why I call it a tragedy. Because, all around, when you look at it, it was a tragedy. And I hope that it is a teaching. It's an unfortunate one, but I really do hope that this is a teaching lesson for so many people because,
It's got to be a teaching lesson.
Yeah, man, because, again, it's so many people that are quick to react in this kind of manner. And look at what happened. And I think his ego, as we were talking about, is what led him to be like, okay, my woman done that, but I'm the man. You get what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna stand over and pop
I'm going. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just and don't disrespect me because it didn't have to. It didn't have to even go this way.
He's gonna go to jail and go to prison, and he don't have to.
Right.
Even with his breaking that window and kind of raising the level, and then her raising it.
Criminal
to the next
damage to property at the most.
You pay attention.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's it, right?
Criminal damage to property.
Now you're going to jail forever.
Yeah.
For what would seem like forever for you and I, and you didn't have to.
Yep. If you were found guilty, so it's still a trial to come. We've got Al MKE on the True Talk text lines 833-212-1017. Great morning, Al. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth?
Well, what I'm trying to understand with us, when are they going to give that mentality back to England? Because that's not even from the culture. But what I find to be so ironic about this, everybody's so big, Billy Bob, Charles Wayne, Billy Bad, Thornton Bad, when it comes to each other. Y'all got these guns. Everybody want to act like they so big and bad, so high society, living in the same zip code, going through the same struggle. But when that white man come to you and do everything because he want to gentrify your neighborhood and do eminent domain, now y'all want to be civil. You ain't biting your lip. You ain't throwing all your pistols. So what you have to do is give that mentality and take it back to England. See, that's called the redneck mentality. See, y'all take that and give it back to England, then we can get something done. But y'all doing it to each other, which I really don't understand, because the people that's doing it to you because it's in their heart. Y'all not doing all that with them. Y'all saying, we cool, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, what's your stuff? But then when it comes to this, it's MF this, B this. But y'all not doing it to the people that's doing it to you from the hate in their heart. So whenever they give that, whenever they give that back to England, then things can change, because black people was not all about that. That's that anger and that competition they want to do with each other. See, they feel, see, this the thing. It's easy to act like a bunch of cave monkeys, and that's not even what black people are. That's what they're treating us like. But why do it to your own people? And it was a Jaguar, number one. The resale value is garbage, and they have electrical problems and suspension problems. So why would you even do that? Have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right, Al.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, we got Ron. Ron, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation about this tragic situation. What's your truth?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I don't want y'all to rehash the details again, but just real quick, did you say that after the girlfriend shot the lady, that the boyfriend shot her some more? Is that what you said?
Yes, he got out of the car. The girlfriend was standing on the outside of the car on the other side, on the passenger side. She fired two shots. One of the shots hit Sharita Barber in the forehead, and she fell and was motionless. He then got out of his car, stood up over her body, and shot her 4 more times, and then got in the car, reversed it, drove over her body to get out and get away.
See, that's what I have a problem with. I don't know if he's going to get charged with dismembering a corpse or whatever you want to call that.
Mutilating a corpse. Mutilating a corpse.
Mutilating a corpse. And it seems to me that he, I'm not going to speak on the dead because everybody already is already. What I'm saying is, it seems to me that he went from a perpetrator to potential victim when she had grabbed her gun. I don't know if she pointed it at him.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
From that, okay, and then he went from potential victim to demon, because I understand you was mad, you was angry and all that stuff, and that's rightfully so, but all the other stuff, all the extra stuff, it was, to me, it was overkill. It was too much, and that's probably why he's sitting in jail right now and about to be tried for what he did. And it's just sad. I'm sick in my stomach about the whole thing, and that's all I gotta say. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, thank you, Ron. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We'll be black.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and Elizabeth Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Welcome, Black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. It is 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you were supposed to be at work and you're not yet, you're late. And you're probably going to be even later because after this evening, according to which way you drive in, there's going to be a lane closure, a long-term lane closure from 35th Street to 25th Street. Of course, you know they're already doing work on the 27th Street Viaduct. And now they're going to be doing some work on the 35th Street ramp. This is a long-term closure if you're trying to go eastbound. So that's going to cause a situation. And one of the lanes, so there's only 3 lanes, and now it's going to be down to 2 lanes. and that is also going to be a long-term closure. So, yep, you're going to have to leave probably even earlier for those who have to get out and about early, because you're only going to have 2 lanes. So I just wanted to mention that to you. So if that's a part of you saying, well, I didn't know that it ain't started yet. It starts tonight when they close the lane.
What expressway is it?
35, I-94 eastbound.
Damn.
Yep. So from the 35th Street ramp is going to be closed long term if you are trying to enter to go eastbound on the 35th Street ramp and up to 25th Street. So they're going to be doing work, and that whole lane that you would have entered on is going to be closed all long term. So it'll be late 2026 before any of that opens up again.
People going to have to ride through the city.
Yeah, that part. So, and of course, it'll create some congestion of people who are coming in to downtown, and you know what I mean? So, yep, prepare yourselves for that.
You have to go all the way around just to come in.
Absolutely. But, you know, we're talking about the situation, again, that took place on that Saturday, the previous Saturday, and how on February 28th, as a matter of fact. So, it's a lot, and I see people are, definitely passionate about it and want to give their truth. 833-212-1017 is the True Talk text line if you want to give your thoughts on this. But it's been some violence going on in the city. There was a woman that was killed in Estabrook Park, Dame, and it appears to sound like, right now, and don't have all the receipts or information, but people say they heard arguing, and then all of a sudden they heard gunshots, and they seen a lot of police, that like they've never seen that many squad cars or sheriff vehicles, you know what I mean, to be in that area like that. And the woman was found deceased in a car. She had been shot and killed. And that sounds like, from just hearing arguing, and then all of a sudden she's found deceased in a car. It could be domestic violence. We're not sure until we get all of the information. But just another tragedy. You know what I mean?
Too many guns.
Yeah.
That's and y'all can argue with me if you want to, but I don't care. I'm just gonna say it's too many guns. You had a situation we were talking about at the landmark where she had a gun, he had a gun. Another, in all of these situations, it's just a lot of guns, and people, and we don't know. Maybe people never could control their emotional. They never could control their emotions, right? And maybe that's just how it's always been. And now that we got guns all over the place, it's showing in deaths instead of people fighting, instead of people, whatever else could have happened, less than somebody dying or somebody getting shot. So we don't know. Maybe it's always been this way. Maybe across the board, because it's not just happening in our community. Estabrook is in Sherwood. It's not just happening in our community. We have stuff where people on the south side and on the south side suburbs are getting maced at fast food restaurants.
Yeah, the regular Cocoa.
Yeah, we got stuff that's happening. Stuff that's happening in Waukesha, stuff that's happening all over the place, right? And that's just in our southeastern Wisconsin. But across the country, there seems to be an over proliferation of weapons. So when people get upset, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna go to the trunk, or they're gonna go under the seat and shoot at somebody. We had the dude last year who shot at the guy in traffic and had his own video camera on his dash cam, right?
Yeah.
That was in West Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's too many guns, because everybody's got a gun. It's the wild, wild west.
Yep.
And I understand the Second Amendment, and I understand that we should have a right to own guns and defend. But as a gun owner, you also have a responsibility.
Got a responsibility
of making sure that you have the capacity not to use this weapon unless it's imminent danger of some sort. And a lot of times it's not that way. And we get upset, and now we have this gun, and we're going to do something tragic that's going to take someone out of this world, mess up our own life, because we can't control ourselves.
Yeah. And again, like, guns don't kill people. People kill people. So you have to. The gun is an object, right? But it's even with that situation, as we kind of alluded to earlier, Dame, like, we don't know if they had been drinking, if they got their smoke on. We don't know if they were just in their regular frame of mind. And so, again, I'm not saying that influenced this situation, but you got to think about all of that. Like, even when you have CCW, if you end up using your weapon, whether you feel like it's in self-defense or not, and you've been drinking, you kind of null and void that.
Right.
You null and void it. So some people think, well, no, no, because they're going to say you were impaired. And what you thought was straight up, it was self-defense. It was self-defense. Like, no. Yeah. Nope. So people got to understand, and this is why I think it's so important to educate yourself. And for some people, you have to do some re-education. You know how, Dame, you can be at a job and they will send you to this conference or this fair because they want to give you all of the new things that are added to legislation and policies. And so it's like, well, when I came out, this was that. Lawyers have to do it because you got to get updated on the new things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because different cases may have changed the narrative.
Continued education.
There it is.
And a lot of these people that have these guns may need that as well.
That's what I'm talking about.
You have to
That's exactly where I'm going.
Education. You got a gun license. You got all of this. Well, every couple of years you got to take some classes on it to prove that you are still, in a capacity. You're not on abusing drugs. You're not doing whatever else. That you're still in the capacity to handle the responsibilities that come with having your CCWs. And I just personally think, again, it's too many damn guns out here.
Right.
It's just too many guns.
Yep.
Where are all these guns coming from? There's guns everywhere. Everybody's got a damn gun. When I was coming up, it was like if somebody had a gun, ooh, we got a gun.
And they're not expensive to get.
They're not. If you go to the gun shop and look, you have $300, $400, $500. You get you something little. You know what I'm saying? That's still gonna take somebody out.
And the OTS ones, the OTS guns.
Listen.
And for those who are wondering, off the street, that's the OTS, the off the street guns.
You got people that's just older guns and like it's like it just shows you how much guns is in the community. Because even with cars, right? Let's compare it to cars. Affluent people buy cars, they trade them in. Then less affluent people may get those cars as used cars and down the line, right? Guns are the same way. People get guns, they buy a bunch of them. The next thing you know, they start making their way into our streets. Why? People have to start asking yourself, why are there so many guns? Why is it the wild, wild west? Not just in our streets, but across the country.
Yeah.
The NRA don't play no games with it, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm answering my question right now. The NRA don't play no games when it comes to gun legislation. They are going to get, if you try to do something that's going to curtail them being able to sell or their lobbyists to be able to sell their guns, they're going to come at you. They don't play when it comes to gun. That's why it's so hard to get anything done, whether it's legislation, politically, whatever it is, and that's why you don't have politicians going at the NRA, because the NRA got deep pockets.
Yes, they
and
do.
They will fund your opponent, and everybody's scared of saying what needs to be said.
That's right.
And the truth is, what needs to be said is the NRA has too much power over our legislator, over our governments, so that we can't reel in some of these guns being. Why do you need to have an assault rifle? Why do you need to have access to that type of military-style weapon? For what? What are you doing? That ain't hunting. That's something else. So that's just how I feel. I just feel like you should have access to the handguns and things like that to defend your property. But if you got to defend your property with an assault-style weapon, what are you doing?
Right. Real talk.
that you need that. That's
Real
all.
talk.
That's just how I feel.
No, and I agree. I definitely agree. So the guns that are being brought inside the inner city, you know what I'm saying, from people that are, outside, and people are buying them.
People are buying them.
And becoming their own gun dealers without being licensed and registered.
Yeah.
You tell them what you want. It's like boosters. Tell them what you want. They go get the product and then be like, hey, I got that. I got these and I got that and I got that. So, yeah.
A lot of it boils down to the dollar. A lot of it boils down to the green. And we can have these conspiracy theories, put our tin hats on and say, oh, the guns are coming here. They want to destabilize the black community. They want to do that. Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it is money. They want to make money.
Yep.
And guns make money. Bullets make money. All of this other stuff, whether it's on the black market, whether you're getting it legally, they get money off of it. And they will make as much money as they can off of the black community, like they do with liquor stores, like they do with anything else in the black community. They going to make money off of it, no matter how much it harms the black community. As long as they making money off of it, they don't care. And when that happens, y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to see it for what it is and understand that everything that comes to your door and is offered to you at a discount ain't good.
Real talk.
One call, that's all.
Troop Nation, now's your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. That's 1017thetruth.com. Good luck. We'll be black.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the number one country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Welcome, Black. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Yeah, Truth in the Morning. Will, who do we have that is qualified for the Gruber 5K giveaway?
Loyal listener Arian Kawanda.
All right.
Is the 10th caller.
All right.
Go.
You're going to learn today.
Arian Kawanda?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, to everybody else that called, you didn't get in. I'm just saying you didn't qualify. But don't worry. Don't worry. There's other chances.
$5,000.
One call, that's all.
That's
Shout out
right.
to Baylor.
Yeah, so shout out to Arian Kawanda. You know what I mean? Homeroom supervisor.
There you go.
I saw Deanna just had to hang up. She's like, damn it, I'm not number 10. No, you're not. I'm sorry. But we love you. We love you, and we appreciate you listening because it's important. So again, we've been talking about, these guns and things like that. But, there's another person that has a deranged mindset, in my opinion, that continues to increase the destruction for everybody. But, a lot of black people are being affected a lot, and that's the Orange Man.
Yeah.
So, what's new in the Orange Man Diaries, if we want to call it? Yeah.
In the Orange
The Diary of a Mad Orange Man. I'm a coin that.
Listen.
Diary of a Mad Orange Man.
That's pretty good. Like when I was talking about the guns and I was saying it all boils down to the dollar, right? And how they flood our communities with these, whether it be the drugs, whether it be the guns, the liquor, whatever it is to make money. At the end of the day, yes, they are destructive devices and they keep us down a little bit, but they don't care. They're about making that money. And it is going to make money. And it doesn't happen in their communities because they don't want to make that money in their communities. They want to make it off of us. And Trump is treating the whole country like the hood. The way that he is going about doing the things that he's doing, and the way that he's allowed for these things to happen. Because we've got this guy Steve Feinberg, y'all. Steve Feinberg is like deputy director of the War Department or something. But Steve also, before he did that, he worked for this place called the Cerberus, not the Cerberus, y'all. Now we know of Cerberus Capital Management. And they got 4 defense contracts worth billions. They are doing something called the Golden Dome, which is similar to the Iron Dome in Israel. And in these contracts, although Steven Feinberg has said he has divested from this company, and divested means that he just gave his stocks to his older adult children. He can do that now. And why can he do that now? Because when Trump came in office, he rescinded an executive order set forth by Joe Biden that said anybody that works on something for the government in their private life could not have worked in that arena, in that department, in that industry. Trump took that off the table and made it's now ethical. And why does Trump do stuff like that? Because Trump even himself has said, get this, y'all, get this what Trump said. And y'all don't like this. Trump he said, I found out nobody cared and I'm allowed to do it. I found out nobody cared, and since nobody cares, I'm allowed to do it. Now, this Feinberg, what's his name? Feinberg is making millions. His family, again, is making millions and billions off of these contracts.
Yep.
That his capital management firm is running. Again, y'all, now keep in mind, we just got rid of Christy Gnomes, who made $220 million or somewhere thereabouts. Her company did that she was invested in that was put into work 11 days before. Why did she do that? Because Feinberg is doing what he's doing.
Right.
But it don't stop there. Pam Bondi got $4 million and some change from an outside company an outside country that the DOJ was investigating, and they gave it $4 million or something to her husband's company. You check the paperwork to her husband's company to buy a house in Florida that they don't even live in. It's just a house that they rent out or something. But they paid $4 million and some change for this house. And the money for the down payment came directly from these people. You got Trump getting a $400 million plane from Qatar.
Right.
It all boils down, y'all, to the dollar. And they are fleecing us at every opportunity that they can. And we just turn the other cheek. People that are supporting MAGA, supporting Trump, black people, white people, whatever you are, understand that you are being robbed at gunpoint every single day. Every day you're being robbed at gunpoint. He came in office knowing what he was going to do.
Yep.
Rescinded the executive order.
That's right.
And made it possible so that these people could still be invested in these companies.
And it wouldn't be considered a crime.
And it wouldn't be considered a crime.
That's the perfect bull.
And all of them are doing it. All of them are doing it. And they are all getting rich off of the American people. So that's why when I be talking and y'all think I be got my Tim hat on, I don't. This is real stuff. And I always talk about how it's not about race. It's not about all of that. It's about green. It's about getting that money. So while we're fighting the white man and we're fighting the yellow man and we're fighting against Latinos and Asians and all of this stuff, they are setting those fires for us to have those fights so that they can just keep getting money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it's poor white people, and really who need to wake up is poor white people and poor Latino people who think that one day they are going to ascend to be a white man that is in control of this country. You're never going to ascend to that level.
That is one of the saddest things that they really, there's a portion of them that really believe that they are not black people, they are white people.
They really believe,
and they bought into it until the FAFO continues to come out. The FAFO continues to come out, and it's found that you've been here thinking that you're living the American dream, and you're here talking about, well, I'm birthright, and he's putting holes in all of that.
Yeah,
all of that. So it's a lot of people that think that they safe, they think that they all good. And he's showing you, like, no, I'm changing the game. I don't know how many more times that I guess another 3 years I have to say
keep saying it.
Is that, again, all of the things that you're saying that, well, he can't do that. He can't do that. If you have not woke up to see that he don't give it, sue me. Yeah. Take me to court, but I'm going to make it happen right now.
Right.
I'm going to make it happen. I don't need the Congress approval. I'm just going to start a war.
I'm just going to start a war.
Everybody else, all news outlets and everybody else is calling it a war. He's saying it's not a war.
And let's and the war he started is costing us. Sherwin talked about this the other day. The war he started is costing us so much money, but who's getting that money? Defense contractors.
The ones that we're just talking about.
The ones we're just talking about. Steven Feinberg now, his crew, a bunch of other people, defense contractors that are making these missiles, that are making these guns, that are making these bullets, that are making all of this stuff. They are spending billions of dollars a day to pay them, to pay for this. When they say they got to pay for this war, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about that paying in people's lives or paying the soldiers. No, they're talking about paying for those materials that they are getting from these defense contractors who are going to get generational wealth off of this stuff. Like, they're going to be so wealthy at the end of a war, their kids
absolutely
will never have to work again. But your kids, you still worried about them. You don't know if they're going to be around, if it's going to be someplace for them to work.
Real talk.
You're worried about. They are making their lives off of us, off of the community, and off of taxpayers. And that's why this is so important to me, y'all, because I'm going to talk about it as much as I have to talk about it and as much as I can to get people to understand we are at war, not a war with the white man. Yeah, the white man is doing all of that stuff, but we have to understand that they are doing it because they have been misled as well. They think they are going to one day ascend to that level of eliteness that Trump and them have. That white supremacy stuff that they've been fed is to keep them down like it's keeping us down. And in keeping them down, if they don't realize that they are never going to be rich and our true enemy is those elite people that are doing what they want, taking what they want, and being who they want whenever they want, then we're going to always stay in the position that we in.
Curly Q, great morning. Love you, appreciate you on our YouTube page. She says Supreme Court says the tariffs are illegal, and what does he do? He reinstates a new one. This is anarchy. Where are the checks and balances? With the orange man, he doesn't give a damn about checks and balances.
Let's even talk about the tariffs real quick. She mentioned it, Homer. The tariffs were instituted. Trump knowing the tariffs were going to be struck down by the Supreme Court when they were instituted. He already knew this. But what did he do? He created this issue so then his buddy could go buy up the tariff money. The tariffs are like traded like stocks. So his buddy goes and buys up all of the fees that people have paid on these tariffs, and he gives them pennies on the dollar. And they're like, okay, I'm not ever going to see this money again. It's going to be decades before I see this money. I'm losing this money. I need money now. So they sell it to this guy. This guy owns it. He works for Trump as well right now. This guy owns it, and now the Supreme Court strikes it down, the tariffs, and now the Supreme Court says you got to pay them people back their money. Okay, he bought up the tariffs. So you're not paying back the companies. You're paying back Trump's guy who bought up the tariffs. So he just made generational wealth. He just got rich off of it. And it keeps happening everywhere you turn. It's like SpongeBob in the meme. Everywhere you turn, somebody's getting rich and you in a dizzy state and you don't understand that it's about the money. They don't care about nothing else about getting rich and keeping you down. As long as they get rich and that's how they gonna get rich, is keeping you down. And as long as we allow that to happen, we never gonna get out this issue.
That's why the majority of people that are wealthy, they don't have a problem with the orange man because they are receiving the benefits of this, that, and the other. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We'll be black.
What's up, everybody? March 27th, go get your tickets. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be me, Finance After the Kumpo, my co-host, Tony C, and Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair. It's going to be nice. It's going to be dope. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be an experience, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's basically a party/podcast.
Yeah, we're throwing a party at the Riverside, March 27th, TALiveshow.com. Who's the guest again? Can I get a woo? Woo! With Ric Flair. Can't wait.
See you guys.
Sweet Talk's Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Delays westbound 94 from about 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, we got delays from just before 84th all the way past 68th. 794 eastbound just past the ramp from Lincoln Memorial Drive. We do have a crash off on the right shoulder, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast today, mostly sunny and mild, a high of 68. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 38. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elzy, in the building.
Shout out to our girl, Bailey Coleman. Dame, you were giving out some facts. You know what I'm saying? Not things that we're thinking about. You're connecting the dots. And some people be like, well, no, it ain't. No. We're giving you the documents. And as I always like to say, you ain't got to just listen to us. You can pull up all this information yourself and then see. So before you choose to turn it into an argument, you get what I'm saying, or a debate. Yeah, just go and pull the information up and be like, damn.
And I encourage everyone to do that.
Yeah.
When we start mentioning these names like Steve Feinberg and the Cerberus Capital Management and then Ford Defense Contracts, go look it up. AI will tell you.
Yep.
When you put it in and you ask the question, AI will answer it for you. Yep. And they'll tell you, yeah, that's real. Give us some 4 contracts.
Yep, give us some more work, Dame, before we talk about another thing that's
before we move
important.
On, let us understand that what's happening right now, even with the war and how much it's costing the American people, and he's just doing this war because the Epstein files provided a way for the connection to take place between poor white and poor black. Unified them and made them united in that area. This Epstein files had the potential, or still has the potential, to do that, because nobody's gonna swing for a pedophile. So Trump goes and starts this war in Iran, and wouldn't you know, it's working. They said that the Google searches for Epstein has gone down 95% since he started the war in Iran. That's how easily we are distracted.
Which he doesn't call a war.
Which he doesn't call a war, but it's an actual war. But that's how easily we are distracted as a people and as a community and as a society, that all he has to do is, I'm going to go bomb somebody real quick, and they'll shut up. And then once it goes down 95%, then he's like, well, let's tell Iran, let's have a ceasefire. Iran was like, you done stepped in the mud now.
Yep.
You done stepped in it, so keep on, come on, boy. Come on.
Come on, Cleotis.
Come on, Clevis. That's what they telling him. Because he tried to distract us with that, and in doing that, it's worked. 95% drop.
Crazy.
That's just ridiculous.
It's not even just crazy. It's insane.
Man, listen. The EPA, now I'm going back to the things that they've done for money. The EPA,
Environmental Protection Agency, lowered the criteria for formaldehyde. So then now you got formaldehyde in food and formaldehyde and other chemicals and stuff that before wasn't, and now it is. So Trump gets in office, everything is up for game.
It's fair game. And then you got that, and then you have an investigation that finds secret food additives of unknown safety in the U.S. food supply. A major investigation shows that at least 111 chemical substances were added to foods, drinks, and supplements without formal FDA safety review. These secret GRAs additives exploit loopholes, meaning consumers may unknowingly ingest unreviewed ingredients. And they saying it's a secret sauce.
Yep.
It's a secret ingredient.
Yeah,
and because it's a secret ingredient, I don't got to tell you what it is.
You know that, man. It's talk of human DNA and some of this stuff, bro.
And who let them be able to do that?
Human DNA.
Who let them be able to do that?
The Orange Man.
The Orange Man.
The Diary of an Orange.
And why did he let them be able to do that? So his people, his buddies in these food industries could make more money off of, because it's probably cheaper to put this chemical in there than to have that chemical taken out. And so they allow them to have it in there, and now they get to make more money.
So you think you eating certain stuff, gluten-free and all this kind of stuff, it don't matter. Like, nope. Okay, we can say that, but it's really this, and that's added in there, and you don't even know what the hell you eating. You don't know what you buying.
111 chemical substances.
We got to grow our own food, man. We got to grow our
added
own.
to food. Hey, I agree. I'm not even lying with you. I was listening to Sherwin's show the other day, and he was talking about Aldi's, and he was like, and so then the caller called in and said that Aldi's, because it's a German company, they don't have all of the extra stuff. The stuff that's banned in Europe, they don't have in their food in the Aldi stores. So if you buy the Aldi's brand, it's free of that stuff. So as before, when we were talking about Aldi's and it would be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It would have all of the cheap stuff. The fake cereal. You know what I'm saying?
Generics.
The generic cereals. Instead of the tiger, it has a lion or something. All that stuff is fake, right?
Yeah, instead of Fruit Loops, it's Fruit Rounds. Yeah.
There you go. But now we're learning that all these brand stuff is probably healthier for you than all of that other stuff. And it's really going to be healthier for you now with 111 different chemicals that were added to foods, drinks, and supplements.
Because you know, in some meats they use horse meat. You get what I'm saying? It's just like.
And I'm gonna put my tin hat on real quick. I saw somewhere, y'all can Google this, that Bill Gates had gotten clearance to add cloned meat or some type of generated meat to the supply of real meat, and you don't even have. They don't
have to acknowledge it.
They don't have to acknowledge it.
Yeah, they done that a while back.
Listen, y'all, it's about making money. They feeding you this stuff. They gonna make a bunch of money off of it, and then your health get bad, and they gonna make money off of that.
Absolutely, because you don't know. Like they haven't studied the genetics in what happens with this clone meat,
right?
And what it could end up doing because they're cloning it. You know, what other health issues that we're going to end up having from eating all of this clone meat, and we don't have a choice. So it's like they literally have taken away our choices, where it's like, you know, we have a right to know. They done taught a lot of us to whereas those of us who are health conscious, read the label, find out what all is inside. You're supposed to do it with your medicines and all of that as well. But a lot of people don't. But for those that do, be like, okay, all right, I know what's in here. Now, basically, we're letting you know a lot of those restrictions have been lifted. So they don't have to tell you about all of this and all of that. And so if you don't pay attention,
it's going to be bad for you. And then it says, I read that the cloned meat or whatever type of 3D printed meat, whatever type of meat they giving us, right? And they're mixing it with the regular meat, causes an aggressive form of cancer.
See what I'm saying?
I got my tin hat on, y'all. I'm telling y'all, last week Bailey put her tin hat on, and I was like, Bailey, you got to warn us before you put your tin hat on. I'm warning you right now. I got my tin hat on, and I'm telling you that y'all need to start paying attention. And when you see stuff on the internet, go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Don't take nobody else's word for it.
I always tell people.
Go look it up, and you'll find, and some things that I have, and when I do that, some things that I say are outlandish, comes back and like, oh yeah, they doing that.
Right.
Oh yeah, they doing that. And you're like, what? Who would allow this to go down? Who in their right mind would allow 111 chemical substances to be added to the food the food supply of our country without having to go through the FDA. Who would do that?
The Diary of an Orange Madman.
Somebody that want that bread.
Yep.
No pun intended. They want that bread. They want that money. And if they can get that money, if they get these because the regulations cost them money. It makes things safer for us.
That's right.
But it costs them money. And so when people always talk, you hear somebody, a politician or whatever, talking about this regulation, that regulation, this regulation, what they're saying is they don't want to have to pay to keep your stuff safe, whatever that stuff is.
Real talk.
Open your eyes.
Yep. We got somebody before we hit the break. We'll take this caller. Who we got?
Miss Nikki. She's got a comment.
Miss Nikki, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Great morning, and appreciate both of you, and thank you so much for taking my call. I'm actually the caller that was that called into Sherwin's show talking about Audi. And I just so I'm happy that you brought this up because it is very important that we kind of change our mindset on food and what we're purchasing. No longer, I'm noticing this because I lost like 85 pounds naturally, right? And it's because I started to read the back of the labels. So the things that we're paying the most for, we're thinking is the best, and the cheap stuff is the worst. It's flipped. You have to learn to read your labels. And I'm so happy that you mentioned about growing our own food because we have a resource in the city of Milwaukee that I know a lot of people know about. Venus Williams, who runs Alice Garden on 20th and Brown. She has free classes at the garden. She will show you everything that you need to know about growing your food if you've never even attempted it. She can walk you through the entire process from understanding your soil, preparing your soil, to planting your actual seeds and growing it, and then what to do when the growing season is over. She will walk you through it all because I've taken the classes from her as well. So we have the resources there. People got to just want to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
So reach out to her. She also oversees the farmers market at the Funday Mall, Fond du Lac. She oversees that as well. So we got the resources that are there. Tap into her. She is a wonderful person, and she's a wealth of knowledge. If you want to learn how to do your own gardening, she will show you and walk you through the entire process.
Thank you very much. Another great resource is The Cage with our brother Andre Lee Ellis, who is also teaching our young men how to grow their own food and to garden, and that's a great resource as well. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We got to take care of some bills, and we'll be black.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Welcome, Black. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie, in the building.
And you see, when we talk about coming together, you see my shirt, One Love.
One love.
Just one love. Yeah. And we have to understand how important it is that we really need each other in ways that we may not even understand. We really need. That's why we have to try to find ways to unite and come together, because, again, the division part, it works in their favor. Right. But you got some more information when we're talking about learning. And again, shout out to Alice Garden, shout out to brother Andre Lee Ellis, who's been doing it from the We Got This to now the Cage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it has been doing and the products, the groceries, the vegetables and stuff that they're growing, it's free. You can go down there and get this stuff for free.
And you can do it too.
That's it.
And don't think that it's one off because they're special people. They are special people.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also apply for community gardens on vacant lots. If a vacant lot is not going to be used for rebuilding, or it's too small for this or that, you can do that. We've had people in the 15th district, a lot of communities that do that, neighborhoods that do that, and we would approve those. So I encourage everyone to do that, and then build up the little beds in there and do that stuff. Ask somebody that's done it and grow your own food. We really need to. My sister does it down south. She started growing her own food. Mm-hmm. We really, she ain't out there like a big farmer, but she got
right.
She got some stuff going, and for us, that's different. We grew up on 29th Street. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start going back to the older ways, where these older remedies. My cousin Trent is into it real big, because my cousin Trent had gained weight. I had gained weight. He had gained weight, and he started reading the back of ingredients and stuff, because I always told him, we got to read the back of that stuff, and then you'll see what's in there, and then you'll see that this is not good for me. And I had lost. Nikki called and said she lost about 80-something pounds. I lost like 100 pounds. Mm-hmm. So and it came from working out and reading the back of labels and losing weight. But what we also have to do is we have to understand that a lot of the stuff that we're eating, even if we think we're eating healthy, it may say light, it may say this, it may say that, it's still processed food, and it's overproduced.
I'm 28 pounds, and it's been about 5 months.
Congratulations.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I know how difficult. Shout out to Andrew, and he's lost weight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But with that comes a responsibility to try to teach one. Mm-hmm. Each one teach one. Right now, you've learned about your health issues and what happens and what makes you better, what makes you more healthy. We need to start really coming together and creating and doing our own gardens. There's a lot of Hmong people do it, and they'll go to the farmer's market and they'll sell it. And guess where they growing that stuff at, y'all? When you see the Hmong people at the farm, on community gardens.
Yep. And for people, a lesson that I want some people to take from me is the fact that I'm blessed that I don't have any coexisting health issues. I don't have diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have heart disease. Mm-hmm. I don't have a lot of the things that people that are considered morbidly obese or just overweight or whatever the case may be. So I have always subscribed to being proactive instead of reactive.
Right. I
don't want to end up having to be told, well, you got to do this now or you're going to die. You got to start doing this now or you're going to die. You got to start doing that. So I encourage people to be on the more proactive side of things as opposed to being reactive. Not now, now I got to lose weight, dang, because my doctor said. They're always amazed with my blood pressure. Like, wow, like you 128 over 70 or 68 or something. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, all right, we just knowing that you're going to be this and you're going to be that. So I've been blessed. And so it was just a proactive thing for me to be like, you know what? I haven't been ever diagnosed with that, and let's not start now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
that's great.
Yeah,
I'm proud of that, Homer. I'm proud of that for you. Congratulations on that. That is super dope, and that's a story that you can tell and that people should listen to. And we need to adhere and actually start taking better care of ourselves. I need to take better care of myself. I need to eat better. I need to start working out more. I don't think I do anything enough, right? But I'm doing a little bit, and it's better than doing nothing.
That's right.
And we need to do a little bit when it comes to preparing our own foods. We need to start organizing and growing and growing on these community gardens. Get the permit to get a garden and get a whole web of them, right? Where this garden grows this garden grows
network.
that. Whole network. This one growing carrots, this one growing this one growing that, and then we can have it
That's
for
right.
the whole of the community. And because we got a food desert, right? Well, let's create our own. Let's create our own oasis.
That's right.
In these food deserts, and that'll help with the situations that we're going through, and that'll help ease that stuff. And then you can take it to these community refrigerators and put them in there, and the community can eat off of it, and we can be well off of it. Because at some point, that's what we're going to need.
Yep.
And that's who's going to survive, is those that can create and do those things for themselves.
That's real talk. So again, like, don't put yourself in situations to where it's just like, now you got to do it because you scared to death because they done told you this, they done told you that. And there are a lot of healthy alternatives that are out there, but it's not going to always just be pushed in your face.
Nope.
Like, people got to understand when you get the Pete's Fruit Market and stuff like that, like, go. You know what I'm saying? Go down there and get your fresh fruits and vegetables. Like we know you can grab this. Like, a lot of people are upset with the new things that you can't get with your SNAP benefits and this, that, and the other. It's a lot of people that shouldn't be drinking soda.
I ain't mad at this stuff.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that shouldn't. It's a lot of children that may be unhealthy because of not just candy itself, but the amounts of candy that they're able to have. So, and then when you look at some of the things that are in snack foods, most of them are unhealthy.
Right. And I'm not mad at
you
the
get what I'm
SNAP
saying?
benefits doing that. The only thing that is that leaves us with, because there's no grocery stores in our community now, how are we going to get to that fresh food that they want us to have? So it's the double-edged sword. But I think we absolutely need to start following the lead of Brother Andre
Lee Ellis,
Brother Andre Lee Ellis,
and
Sister, and Sister Venus. We need to follow those leads, and we need to start growing our own stuff and make, because eating healthy is not inexpensive.
Right.
It is.
Go to Outpost.
It is way less expensive to just go get a burger or go get some unhealthy food, even from the grocery store, than when you start buying fruits and vegetables and all of this other stuff. That stuff is expensive.
It absolutely is.
And it's expensive for a reason, because they don't want you to have it.
That's it.
They want you to make that other choice.
You can't feed a family of six by going to all of the healthy things. But in the end, it saves you health-wise.
Yep.
But people are looking for, I got to feed 5 kids. I got to feed and a father and the mother.
I got to feed
I'm taking care of my mama. And
I can't feed a whole table full of people off of salads.
That costs a lot.
But you
sometimes.
absolutely can.
Yeah.
And when I was super healthy, I would do things like I would cut up the fruit, and me and the girls would have fruit salads for dinner, and they loved it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say is y'all pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Pause.
That part. Again, thank you for tuning in to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. Again, I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Will, thank you very much for a great show. Bailey, we love you. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you. Have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the morning, afternoon, evening, night. Holla Black. We out.
Peace.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever